What's up everybody, Tech Guy Charlie here and welcome back to a new video. So I've got some exciting news today because the Android 11 or the One UI 3 update is now available for the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything that is new with this update, and trust me, there are plenty of things that are new. Check that out. Anyways guys, if you enjoy watching my content, make sure to subscribe to me on my YouTube channel and follow me on my social media accounts. I'll put all the links in the video description, and also in the video description you will find the time code for this video. In case you want to skip to any particular part, you can easily do that. Okay, so since this is my first upload for the year 2021, I want to start off by wishing everybody a very happy new year. So we're going to start off with the basics. The first new feature that this update brings to the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is the lock screen widgets. So wake your phone up and tap on the clock and this will reveal the lock screen widgets. So you've got your Samsung Music, you've got weather, digital well-being, today's schedule, and your next alarm. By the way, if you have the always on display turned on, you can also view lock screen widgets over here. So double tap on the clock and swipe down like this to open up the lock screen widgets. Although I would rather call these always on display widgets. Now if you want to reorder these, tap on settings, unlock your phone, and over here you will be able to reorder them if you would like. And if you don't see those widgets on the always on display, make sure to turn on show on always on display, and then you will be able to see these lock screen widgets on your always on display by double tapping the clock and swiping down, and that reveals the lock screen widgets. This update also brings plenty of visual changes to the Android system. First off, we have a semi-translucent drop-down notification panel. Previously, we had an opaque drop-down notification panel. If you have the dark mode turned on, it will be black. If you switch it off, it will be white. But with this update, it's now semi-translucent, which is nice. And they have also moved the media and devices icons on top over here. So previously, we had them over here at the bottom. So these are two changes in the drop-down notification panel. And also you will see new smoother animations. So if you drop down the notification panel, that's the animation you will see. And comparing it with One UI 2.5, I think this new animation is much better and much more graceful. I love the way it fades onto the screen. And other than that, the recent apps animation have also been updated. So now the phone kind of focuses on the app that you have selected, kind of zooms in, and this one you'll notice that it does not. So that is something different compared to Android 10. And I personally love the new animations. I think they make the phone feel a lot more graceful. Samsung has also improved the way the phone displays notifications in the drop-down notification panel. So first off, you have your music player notification over here. If you are playing a song, the phone will show the music player right over here. Now what's new over here is that you can expand the music player and you have the seek controls right over here. So you can fast forward or rewind the song without actually opening up the music player. Previously we just had this notification. You cannot actually expand this. To fast forward and rewind the song, you will have to open up the music player and then fast forward or rewind the song. And you can also do this if you have the always on display turned on. So remember I talked about the always on display widgets. Double tap on the always on display, swipe down, and you have the music player widget right over here. Again, this will allow you to fast forward or rewind the song without actually unlocking your phone. And the same thing applies to the lock screen. You can just tap on the clock to open up the lock screen widgets. Over here you will be able to fast forward or rewind the song without even unlocking your phone. So that is very useful. I've also noticed that now the phone groups up different types of notifications. So you have your conversations over here, alerting notifications, and silent notifications. Previously you don't have this sort of a feature. You just have silent notifications and the phone does not show which is a conversation and which is an alerting notification. So now for text messages, you have a separate notification section over here called conversations. So that's a nice touch. I like that. And also you have notification history. So if you want to check any previous notifications, you can do that by going into the settings, going into the notifications, then scroll down, advanced settings, and notification history. So this is notification history. You can check out all your previous notifications right from over here. Now let's go back to the main notification settings and let me show you something. you'll notice something new over here called notification pop-up style. Now this is nothing but your edge lighting. So edge lighting has been moved from display. So previously on One UI 2.5, edge lighting was under edge screen inside the display settings right over here. So this has been moved from the display settings into the notification settings, and to change the edge lighting settings you will need to tap on brief pop-up settings and then tap on edge lighting style. So glitter effect is still over there. So exact same thing, they have just moved the menu from the display settings into the notification settings. Also please keep in mind edge lighting only works when this is set to brief. If you set this to detailed, edge lighting will not work. I will demonstrate. I'll send myself a text message. You guys will see edge lighting does not work. But if I set this to brief, now the edge lighting will work. So if the edge lighting is not working, this is set to detailed. Just change it to brief and then you can configure your edge lighting settings from over here. So same thing, just in a different menu. Another new feature that Samsung has added is double tap to sleep. So if you double tap on an empty area on the home screen, the phone will go to sleep. And we already had double tap to wake. So let me show you how to enable this. Drop down the notification panel, go to settings, scroll down to advanced features, tap over here, then tap on motion and gestures and make sure double tap to turn off screen is switched on. So this is the feature that allows you to put the phone to sleep by double tapping on an empty area on the home screen. Pretty useful, right? Another visual change is that now the volume control appears on the right side near the volume button, and you can tap on these three dots to expand this menu. So over here you have your ringtone volume, media volume, notification volume and the system volume. You can press on the gear icon to go to the main volume settings. And you also have live caption option right over here. And you can see the background is also semi-translucent. Previously we had the volume control appear on the top and you would tap on this button to expand the menu. So the functionality is the same, but it has been slightly redesigned on One UI 3. This update also brings a new way to add widgets to the home screen. Now what you can do is, if an application supports a widget, you can just long press the app icon and then tap on widgets, and that will add a widget to the home screen just like this. So you no longer have to pinch in and go to widgets and search for the widget over here. If an application supports a widget, you can just long press the app icon. So Netflix also has a widget. I'll long press and then tap on widgets, and I can just add the widget on my home screen. Very useful, right? Guys, dynamic lock screen has also been updated and Samsung has added a lot more categories. So let's go to wallpaper, wallpaper services and dynamic lock screen. So there are total of 10 categories. Previously we had only 5. So a lot more wallpapers for everybody. And the new thing over here is that you can now select more than 2 categories. So right now I have the cats category selected. I can also select food, desserts, animals and even life. So you can select up to 5 categories, and doing this will shuffle your wallpapers on the lock screen. So here is a quick preview. So this is the new dynamic lock screen, and you can also go to the dynamic lock screen settings right from over here. Tap on this and this will take you to the dynamic lock screen settings. You don't even need to unlock your phone to change what you see on the dynamic lock screen. If you ask me, one of my favorites is this special thing. It's got a nice collection of wallpapers. So these are the special category of wallpapers, and these are super high resolution wallpapers. They look amazing on this phone. So let's go to the gallery and let me show you a few changes. First off, you'll notice that the animation of zooming in and zooming out is a little different, feels a lot more smoother than it was before, but I kind of like the old animation. This one is also nice, but yeah, I prefer the older one. And another new change over here is that now when you edit an image, you will be able to revert all the changes that you have made to the photo even after saving it in the gallery. Let me show you. If we edit this image, say for example, I want to crop this image. Now let's also add a filter to this. Let's add the warm filter. Okay, so now when you save the photo, you have the option of reverting the photo back to its original form. You might have also noticed that the phone did not create a separate copy. This is the original photo that has been cropped and edited. Now to revert this photo back to its original form, you press on the pencil icon and then select revert. and then you can return the photo back to its original form, and we will save this. So that has brought the photo to its original form. Now there's another option here, so let's crop the photo again. Now if I press on these three dots, you have an option which says save copy. So this will create a separate copy of the photo. So this is the photo that we cropped, and this is the original photo. So that's a major change in how the photo editor works. So here's an interesting feature. This update allows you to set a custom video or a still image as your calling screen background. So right now I'm receiving a phone call, and you can see a video is playing back. So let me show you how to do this because it's kind of awesome. So on your phone, open up the dialer and then press on these three dots and then go to settings, then tap on call background. First off, I'm going to show you the different layout. Tap on layout, and this is the second layout. This is how the profile will look like, and then this is the first one. I prefer using the first option. Now to change the background, just tap on background and then select the plus icon and pick one from your gallery. So for demonstration purposes, I will pick this video, and it says here video is too long, we'll need to crop this, and that's it. I will just crop the video and let the phone save. And you can also use the video sound as a ringtone, but since this video does not have any sound, I will leave that unchecked, and that's it, set as calling background. So now whenever I receive a call, I will see the video playing back in the background, and if you set a still image, you will see a still image as your background. So I really like this, it's really nice. Samsung has also redesigned the way power saving and high performance mode works on One UI 3. So if I drop down the notification panel and long tap on the power savings mode, this is what you get on One UI 3. On the previous version, let's go to power modes. This is what you used to get. Now you still have the high performance and maximum power savings, but the high performance mode is now in a different location. So here you have a few options: turn off always on display, limit CPU to 70%, decrease brightness, turn off 5G. So this is your standard power saving option. The fifth one, which says limit apps and home screen, this is your maximum power saving mode. So I've switched this one on, and if I turn on the power saving mode, you'll see that this is indeed the maximum power saving mode. You also might have noticed that the maximum power saving mode on One UI 3 turns on instantly. So switch it on, and that's it. Maximum power saving mode is turned on. This one on One UI 2.5 takes at least 15 to 30 seconds to activate. So the thing is, while this one is activating, I can even go ahead and switch it off, and the phone will be back to normal. And that's it. It takes just 2 to 3 seconds for the power modes to switch on One UI 3. Meanwhile, this takes a lot longer. Now, as for high performance mode, drop down the notification panel, go to settings, then scroll down to battery and device care, go to battery, tap on more battery settings, and you will see a new feature here which says enhanced processing. Get faster data processing for most demanding apps and games. Uses more battery. So I think this is nothing but the high performance mode. They've just renamed it. And also a very important thing, now the phone shows you the actual screen on time since you have unplugged the phone. So I have a screen on time of 3 hours and 4 minutes. I unplugged my phone 13 hours and 34 minutes ago. So yes, the total screen on time since you have unplugged the phone is back. Previously we did not have this. You need to add up your screen on time manually over here. But you still have this day-wise views. You can tap on the last 7 days if you prefer looking at the traditional view. And battery life is actually pretty good on One UI 3. I already got 3 hours and 4 minutes and still got 60% battery remaining. So I guess this will be around 9 to 10 hours of screen on time depending on the use. So yes, battery life is good. Then you've also got background usage limits, put unused apps to sleep, sleeping apps, deep sleeping apps, never sleeping apps. So all the old features are still over here. One feature that I really like in One UI 3 is the ability to pin certain application and action inside the menu that appears whenever you want to share a file. So for example, I want to share this photo. I'll press on the share button and you get this menu where you have certain actions and applications listed over here. Now, one new feature is that you can now pin certain application and actions to this menu. On previous versions, this would show you your recently used application and actions over here. Now the problem with the older version is that this menu keeps on refreshing, so I don't have WhatsApp over here. If I want to share this image with WhatsApp, I have to scroll all the way down and I will see WhatsApp over here. That's because this one shows the recently used applications. But on the newer version, you can have the app pinned right over here in this menu, so you don't have to scroll all the way and keep on looking for the application. And the way this works is that, let me unpin. So long press, I will unpin this. So the way you pin applications to this menu is that you long press and then you select whatever you want to pin. So I already have Instagram Direct and Feed pinned on this menu. I will now pin Stories. So as you can see, that has pinned the Instagram Stories option right over here. I don't have to scroll down and look for it in this menu. So I think this will make sharing stuff a lot easier with your favorite applications. Alright, time for a secret feature. Let me show you how to display the phone's refresh rate in real time on the screen. So for that, we will need to enable developer options. So drop down the notification panel, go to settings, scroll all the way down, then tap on About Phone. Over here, tap on software information and repeatedly tap build number until you see this. If you have a pin, enter your pin and then click on next and it says developer mode has been enabled. Now go back and if you scroll down, you will see a secret menu called developer options. Inside developer options, scroll down until you see show refresh rate and enable this option. So now the phone will show you the refresh rate of the screen in real time. Now to demonstrate, let's go ahead and turn on the 120 Hz. So let's go to settings, display, motion smoothness, adaptive, apply. And as you can see, the refresh rate is now 120 Hz. Now the thing is, if you leave your phone idle, it will switch back to 60 Hz to save battery. But as soon as you start doing anything on the phone, it will switch back to 120 Hz. And this actually shows me that the phone does switch back to 60 Hz if you are not doing anything. So if I open the web browser and leave it, it will go back to 60 Hz, but once I touch the screen, it will go back to 120 Hz. So yes, the refresh rate does switch back to 60 Hz when the phone is idle. This is being done to save the battery. So yes, super useful feature if you want to know what is the refresh rate of your screen in real time. Another new feature of One UI 3 is that the alarm clock will actually tell you what time it is. So let's go to clock. I already have the alarm set for 3 minutes from now. And if you tap on the alarm sound and tap on ringtone, you'll see a new option, read time and alarm name aloud. So let's wait for the alarm to go off.
It's 1:05 a.m.
So there you have it, guys. So that's how the alarm clock will tell you what time it is when it wakes you up. So these were pretty much the major changes that the One UI 3 update brings to the phone. And other than that, there are a few more changes. For example, inside the text messaging, you now have recycle bin. So now you can long press, delete the message and it will go to the recycle bin. It says here, move to recycle bin. And you can restore your messages from the recycle bin. Tap on these three dots and then select recycle bin. And over here you will find your deleted messages. Now if you leave your messages over here, they will be permanently deleted after 13 days. But if you want, you can easily go ahead and restore them. And also inside the contacts application, if you tap on these three dots and then select manage contact, you'll see a new option here which says merge contacts. So that is also something new. If you have a lot of duplicate contacts, you will be able to merge them easily. So this one you already might have noticed, but they have upgraded the digital wellbeing widget. So it now shows you the screen on time and different apps that you have been using with a nice little colored bar over here. Previously, you only had the screen on time and the number of times you've unlocked the phone. So this has been slightly upgraded. And you can tap that for more details. And also Android Auto is now a part of the Android system itself. So if you go to settings, go to advanced features, you'll notice that Android Auto is now embedded into the phone. So Android Auto is very similar to Apple CarPlay. If you have a compatible car stereo, you can connect your phone to that. You will get access to music apps, maps and other stuff on your car stereo. So I actually use Android Auto. It's quite a nice feature. Now as for camera improvements, it does say here take pictures quicker with improved autofocus and auto exposure. So they might have tweaked something, but I haven't noticed anything different with the camera. You still have the exact same camera modes. The picture quality is exactly the same like it was before. But one thing I have noticed is the tap to focus is slightly different. So when you are taking a picture or recording a video, you can just tap and you'll get this circle with a lock icon on the top. So tap, and if you press on the lock icon, it will lock the focus and the exposure. By the way, you can still change the exposure right from over here, but the focus system is locked. So previously we also had a similar thing, but it's now slightly different on the One UI 3. So previously if you would tap to focus, the phone would focus, but that circle would disappear and there is no lock icon. You still have the exposure adjustment over here, but you have to press and hold, and then it will lock the phone's autofocus, and then you can change the exposure. So same functionality, the way it works has been tweaked on One UI 3. Other than that, there is nothing new in the camera. If you use Samsung keyboard, I think you're gonna love these two new features. So Samsung keyboard will now auto suggest stickers or AR emoji whenever you are typing something. And it also includes Bitmoji. So first off, you might wanna go to settings and make sure that you have suggest stickers while typing enabled. I have enabled it for AR emoji, but you can also enable it for Bitmoji in case you use a lot of Snapchat. So here's the thing. Now if you type something, it will automatically show you your Bitmoji and AR emoji, whatever you have selected in the settings. So I can just tap this and send it over. So I think this is an amazing feature. I really like this. And it will also suggest you emojis. So smiley face, it will automatically suggest an emoji over here. And one last change I have noticed is that whenever you copy text, so for example, let's copy this, the keyboard will now show you the copied text right over here, so that you can just tap and paste instead of long tapping over here and then selecting the paste button. So now the keyboard will show you the copied text right over here. Very useful changes, and I really like these new features. And also I've noticed that these settings are a bit more streamlined. So this is how it looks like on One UI 3. Previously it used to look like this. So this is a lot easier and simpler. So check this out. This is a really fun little feature. Whenever you type something, the phone is gonna read the alphabet and the word out aloud.
H E Y hey H O W how A R E R Y O U.
See that? So this feature is called Speak Keyboard Input, and you can enable this from the accessibility settings. So let me show you. Go to settings, scroll down to the part where it says accessibility, tap on accessibility, then tap on advanced settings, and then tap on Speak Keyboard Input Aloud. And over here select character and words and just turn this feature on. And whenever you type something, the keyboard is gonna speak those words out aloud.
COOL cool RIGAT right question mark.
Cool, right? So this is called Speak Keyboard Input Aloud. So guys, we are almost at the end of the video, and few more changes I have noticed. First off, the Bixby Routines app has been updated. So if you go to settings, advanced features, and if you tap on Bixby Routines, it's way more streamlined and it has a lot more options. Now I'm not gonna give you a complete demo. I have already demonstrated this thing in another video, but yeah, this is how the Bixby Routines used to look like before. This is the new One UI 3 version, and I think they have streamlined it. It's much more easier to operate than it was before. Now, one thing that has been removed is the option of hiding the camera cutout. If we go to settings, go to display, first off I will switch the dark mode off so that we can actually see the camera cutout. Now I will scroll down to full screen apps, and you will notice that the three dots have been removed. And on One UI 2.5 we have these three dots. You can tap and go to advanced settings and turn this feature on which says hide camera cutout, and that will actually make the top part of the screen blank, and that will actually hide the camera cutout. So yeah, that feature has been removed. If you use this, let me know in the comment section down below. Alright guys, we are almost at the end of the video, and finally I have not noticed anything new when it comes to the S Pen on this phone. So if we go to the advanced features and go to S Pen, everything is the same over here. So nothing new in the S Pen department. Alright guys, I guess that pretty much wraps it up for this video. There might be some more changes with this update, but these are the major changes on One UI 3. And whenever the update arrives on the Galaxy Note 10 Plus, I'll make a video. But as of 1st January 2021, there is nothing over here. So still running the One UI 2.5 update. Anyways guys, thank you for watching. If this video was helpful, do make sure to hit the like and subscribe to the channel for more content. And I will see you guys in the next video.